Welcome back to Musical Moments. This week's episode is brought to you by the musical element Dynamics, with Amy, Marie, Kate and Rachel, our fantastic Woodwind team. They've got an exciting show for us with some fantastic tunes and an animal or two. Here's over to them. Enjoy.
Today's warm-up activity is Lickety-split, which is a real tongue twister, but all you guys have to do is copy me. So this is me and this is you, although you guys get to do it with these guys. Hi guys! Hi! Okay, one other piece of information. When you hear the line, fancy a chip, all you guys have got to say is yes please. I might give you some other information along the way to do with volume, or the musical term, dynamics. Let's give it a go. Ready, ready, off we go. Lickety-split.
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 Lickety-trickety, rickety-split.
Lickety-trickety, rickety-split.
Toodly-pip.
Toodly-pip.
Hop and a skip.
Hop and a skip.
Fancy a chip.
Yes, please.
Fancy a chip.
Yes, please.
Let's turn the volume down.
Let's turn the volume down.
Lickety-split.
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 Lickety-trickety, rickety-split.
Lickety-trickety, rickety-split.
Toodly-pip.
Toodly-pip.
Hop and a skip.
Hop and a skip.
Fancy a chip.
Yes, please.
Fancy a chip.
Yes, please.
Let's turn the volume up a bit.
Let's turn the volume up a bit.
Lickety-split.
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 Lickety-trickety, rickety-split.
Lickety-trickety, rickety-split.
Toodly-pip.
Toodly-pip.
Hop and a skip.
Hop and a skip.
Fancy a chip.
Yes, please.
Fancy a chip.
Yes, please.
Good job, guys. Well done. I think we're ready for our next activity. Hi everyone, I'm Kate from Sheffield Music Hub and I play the clarinet. The clarinet is a member of the Woodwind family. It's a long black tube, mine's made out of wood, but they also come in plastic as well, and has lots and lots of silver keys on it, along with some holes which run down the front. It works by blowing your air through the mouthpiece, and on the other side of the mouthpiece we have a reed. This is a reed. Looks a little bit like a lollipop stick. And how it works is your air, along with the reed, vibrate really, really quickly and travel all the way down the instrument. At the same time, you can cover the holes and move the keys in different patterns to change the sounds. A bit like these sounds. It's got quite a big range, but one of my favourite things to do on the clarinet is this. It's quite cool, isn't it? So, see if you can listen out for the clarinet through some of our next activities.
Hi, I'm going to introduce the instrument I've got here today, which is the saxophone. This is a tenor saxophone. It's a slightly larger member of the saxophone family. It's a woodwind instrument because we use a reed to make the sound. However, it's actually made of brass. But I play it just like a flute, a clarinet or a bassoon that you've already seen. It's got a very jazzy and mellow sound, and we use it a lot in all kinds of different music.
1886, the Russian composer Sergei Prokofiev wrote a piece of music and a poem which, when performed together, tell the story of a young boy called Peter who lives at his grandfather's farmhouse in the forest. To cut a long story very short, Peter goes out on his own and leaves the garden gate open, letting a duck and a cat escape down to the pond in the forest, where they are chased by a scary wolf. The cat quickly climbs into the safety of a tree along with a bird, but the duck jumps out of the pond and is swallowed by the wolf. Peter uses a rope to make a trap and catches the wolf by its tail. Just then, some hunters with their guns in the air run into the clearing, looking for the wolf. So Peter asks for their help to catch the wolf safely and take it to the zoo. On the way to the zoo, the duck can be heard still quacking in the wolf's belly, and Peter's grandfather can be heard grumbling that Peter should have done as he was told and not gone down to the pond by himself. Each character in this story is given their own tune on a different orchestral instrument. As you can imagine, for example, the wolf sounds very different to the bird. One way that Prokofiev makes the instruments sound so much like their characters is by using different dynamics.
The first character you are going to hear is the bird. In this part of the story, the bird and the duck, who are swimming in a nearby pond, argue on whether a proper bird should swim or fly. This is reflected in the music, as you can hear what sounds like a bird chirping and flapping its wings. The more the bird shows off, the louder the music gets. In musical terms, we call this a crescendo. We're now going to have a go at doing some actions along with the music to see if we can reflect those dynamics. Watch out for that crescendo at the end. Shall we give it a go? Are you ready? Off we go! Good, well done guys. I think we should try one more time and let's see if we can make a really big difference at the end with that crescendo. Shall we try again? Are we ready? Off we go. Good job guys, well done. Why don't you have a go at rewinding and see if you can come up with your own actions to go along with our crescendo.
The next character in our story is the cat. He's secretly stalking the bird through the long grass, but must stay extremely quiet so he isn't discovered. But as time goes on, he becomes much braver. This is reflected in the music, with the first half being piano, which means quiet, and the second half being forte, which means loud. We're going to have a go at doing some actions along with the music to see if we can reflect those dynamics as well. Let's give it a go. Ready, ready, off we go. Well done. Let's try again and see if we can make the contrast even bigger. tunes you could come up with next.
My Peter and the Wolf character is the wolf, and I've played it on the saxophone. Originally it was in the French horn part.
The old-fashioned grandfather is played on the bassoon. The rhythm is very repetitive, which may bring stubbornness to mind, and the dynamic is forte all the way through. When you hear the bassoon playing loudly, you can almost see a large, grumpy grandfather limping along, stamping his feet as he goes. We're going to have a go at using large, loud movements along to the grumpy grandfather. Are you ready to copy me?